What's up, everybody? It's the Road Lion. I just want to check in tonight, see how y'all are doing. I finally made it to Dallas. Went through some insane traffic. Once again, CB radio. It's always wonderful to hear everything that's going to come out of that. Not that bad on the way here. Getting up pretty early in the morning, headed to Kansas, and from Kansas to Indiana. So who knows where to go from there. I just wanted to take a few minutes. I thought about some things driving here today. There's a couple things I want to talk about, and if you saw my post earlier, it was because I said that I felt inspired to make another video. Well, today driving, I started thinking about, well, I actually heard from someone who was one of my sort of kind of trainers, but I want to talk about real quick and give a shout out to the trainers that I had before I started driving on my own, and the first two were with Coke, and that's Alan and Steve. And Steve McKinney, you're on my Facebook page, so if you're listening to this, you remember all that insanity and stuff that we went through, backing in at schools and stuff, and like getting out, almost passing out, backing up a Coke truck, 38-foot trailer was, to me back then, it was hard. And Steve and Alan, really cool. That was a side loader job, and I got a lot of experience driving a Coke truck through downtown Roanoke and wherever else we went. I thought like 100 miles a day was a lot. Anyway, two really good trainers. Then after that, I went to Shoutout Winery in Floyd, Virginia, and that was just me. 53-foot trailer, and we also had a pup trailer, and that was learning how to drive on the mountains in the 53. All right, and you better know what you're doing. And there was some crazy experiences I had, but that's when you get thrown in the water and you have to learn how to swim. That was fun. After that, I went to UPS Freight, and I had a female trainer. Her name was Kitty Gregory. And Kitty, I don't know if you'll see this or not, I'll probably send you the link, but you were amazing. So she taught me how to do flatbed, she taught me how to strap, she taught me how to drive in some really crazy places, and she released me within a week. That was a lot of fun. Me and Kitty had a blast, and she is really cool, and she is getting ready to be an owner-operator herself, and she was years before, and she was a great inspiration. After that, I went with UPS Freight Advanced Auto, and I did that contract in Roanoke, Virginia. And Chris Ayers, God bless you, Chris. I think about what I put you through all summer last year, and you are a saint. Your wife is very lucky to have you. Chris taught me all the ins and outs of backing up in some really insane places. Advanced Auto Parts stores, all you gotta do is go look at one, and you know, if a person drives a car, you take for granted how it is to pull in there, right? Try backing into some of those crazy docks, all right? I learned a lot about backing. You will be an exceptional backer if you work for the Advanced Auto Parts account in Roanoke for the UPS truckload. So, Chris, I just want to give you a shout out, and to all these trainers who were a part of my life as far as learning how to drive, and you all taught me really unique things. But one thing you all had in common was your belief in Christ. And I know we all had personal conversations, and we all still keep in touch, but every single one of us had the same belief. It's getting hot in here. And Christ was a big part of our talk sometimes, and how our lives have been. And I just want you all to know just how much you all meant to me, and the inspiration that you gave me for driving, and putting up with me and all the texting I was doing. You all know what I went through last year, so you all were a part of it, and I appreciate you all greatly. I had a conversation with someone today who saw my video from last night when I went through that area on 40 West, and it touched me. A really good friend of mine from a long time ago that's been through a lot, and now she is interested in getting her CDL and driving with her significant other, team driving, and I couldn't have been more happy for her, because this is a great opportunity. And when you learn how to drive a truck, and you have a CDL, you have job security. All right, so all of you that are listening to this that don't have a CDL, and you have the opportunity to take the class either on weekends or a custom schedule or whatever, I highly encourage it, because it has been, a CDL doesn't mean you have to drive a tractor trailer over the road like I do. It means that it opens a lot of different doors and different things that you can do with your life. So I went to CDS, tractor trailer training, in Roanoke, Virginia in 2017, and I was working at Roanoke Airport in law enforcement at that time, and I did a custom schedule, and they were great. They worked with me, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm glad I got that CDL, because my world is wide open, and now I have my own truck. And so the people at CDS are incredible, especially Kat and Crystal. You guys were awesome, and the instructors were just top notch. So that was a great experience. But anyway, when I spoke to my friend today, it was really great to hear from her, and she was very motivating. And she told me something. We were talking about how life can be just really challenging, and how there's spiritual warfare all around us. All right, and it's true. It's everywhere. And she said sometimes she physically pulls over, opens the door, and tells the devil and all of his demons and spirits to get out. Now, y'all might think I'm crazy, and some of you may not be believers, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're the demons of anxiety, fear, depression, pain. Those demons know when to attack you. All right, and you are never attacked until you are about to do something great with your life. All right, if Satan feels threatened by you, your life's gonna be hard. If you're not a bother to him, he's gonna leave you alone, and things will probably be pretty good. But when you start doing things in your life for the better good, you better believe that there's gonna be spiritual warfare all around you. So I really liked her idea. You physically pull over, open the door, and tell him to get out, because the Bible says that when you resist Satan, he will flee from you. All right, so don't forget that. And I encourage anybody that wants to reach out to me. I would love to talk to you about any of this stuff. I mean, the things that I'm led to hear every day or read every day are huge to me. R.C. Blake's had a great thing I shared on my Facebook page today about the spirit of urgency. And he made a really good point. And it doesn't matter how old you are in your life or anything you've got going on. He's got a way of explaining that it's never too late to find what your purpose is in life, and who all needs to be involved in it. And timing is everything. So think about that. Think about what your purpose is, what you're doing right now. Are you fulfilled in what you're doing? Is your soul happy? Is your mind happy? Where are you at right now in your life? Something to think about. My devotions today were great. Last night I was telling you guys about how to never worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow worries about itself. That was actually part of my devotions today. I thought that was kind of cool how that tied in. So I felt like that it would be really neat to share that with you all. Anyway, as far as driving and training, I'm trying to think about all kinds of things to do with this career. And when I was talking to her today, I was like, she was saying something like, well, I could just get in the truck with you, and I could ride for a week or two, and I could learn a little bit about the road and see what it's like. How is it? Tell me about it. And I'm like, the road can be really cool. It's a blessing, what I am in right now, but it's not easy. But you learn it, and it becomes a lifestyle, and you get adapted, and you get used to it, and it makes you, in my opinion, a better person, and you appreciate so much more when you go home. I know I do. There's people at home I love very much, and I can't wait to get back to them and watching, who I'm talking about. But anyway, I get all discombobulated. But how cool would it be? I mean, just think about the people's lives you can influence when you think about having your own truck. The opportunities are endless, right? I mean, right now you all know who I work for and who I pull for, and that's really cool. They're very good to me. But what if you started your own? I already have an LLC, but what if I changed it to where I specifically just trained people, or had a mission to where I pulled freight, had an empty trailer, and took somebody with me a week at a time to show them what it's like on the road. That's a really cool business, huh? Because, I mean, you could introduce them to all the things that you went through as a woman, especially to a lot of females out there who are scared to get in a truck because, number one, they don't want a male trainer. All right, and I know you guys out there who are male trainers are reading this. I know y'all are cool, okay? And it takes a special kind of person to get in a truck with a guy and train. So we understand that. But it's just a different sense of security when a woman can get in a truck with a woman. So I'm kind of tossing up ideas of like, you know what about having a business to where someone's getting their CDL and they want to take a week on the road and they want to see what it's like? Have them with me, you know? There's all kinds of ideas. God puts them in your head because you never really know what your purpose is yet. Went through a lot of things last year that I thought were right where they needed to be. I mean, like, I thought it was supposed to be like. I was quickly reminded of who was in charge when I let my human emotions get the better of me, and now I'm reliving and finding my true place. And so sometimes you have to think in that mindset of what God had. Just because you thought it was supposed to be a certain way and it felt really good doesn't mean it was meant to be that way. And I'm going to tell you, for a lot of you who have been through struggles in a truck when you're driving, through your greatest pain comes your greatest strength. R.C. Blake's. Your great strength came from great pain. You don't get strong without pain. Okay? So it's just kind of like a baby. When a baby is born, it's from a lot of pain, but just think about all the joy and the strength that comes from that. Gotta think about it. The average person doesn't do this job and stick with it very long. The average. It takes more than the average to do this, and especially when it comes to owning your own truck. I found this out. So that's why I feel compelled to reach out to people, especially females. I'm sorry, guys. I love all y'all, but you know, I gotta reach out to my queens, my fellow queens. But a lot of you ladies out there that are driving, you're driving and riding in a man's world, all right? And you have to be a totally different breed. And so for those of you who are brave enough to come out here and try it, I commend you. And if there's anything that I could ever do or ever kind of inspire you in any kind of way or listen to you or whatever, I would love to be that person. You know, we forget sometimes, we forget that there's people out there who need us and that we can help and we can be a bright light to. I feel that way. Always, just like Kevin says, using your uniqueness to exploit the needs of others. I mean, if you can help someone else out here, do it. Be mindful of what you say and the things that you do, because those things are what really matters in the end. And people are pleasers by nature, in my opinion. And we love, and when I do something for someone, or if I can help someone, that gives me more pleasure than anything else, and it just makes me happy to know that I genuinely did something for someone. And I know that people have good natures, and I think people are like that. So think about others. When I'm out here driving, I think about all kinds of things that I can do or things I can say, or like these videos. This is not easy for me to get here and I got on sunglasses for a reason. I'm like, because look, it's Central Time. What is it? It's 8:39. Why I got on sunglasses? Why I got them on? Because, it's an identity thing. I can talk to you. I feel like I'm talking to a person when I'll never know how many people that this video reaches. I'll never know how many people see this. But I know that I feel led to reach out to a lot of you because, we're behind this wheel, even if you're in your regular car. But the ones I'm speaking mostly to, the people behind the wheel of the truck, we go through things. And sometimes we need a little more. And we have a lot of time on our minds to just drive. And it can get to you sometimes. Sometimes, a phone call or talking to somebody can change your whole day. I know I talk to Dad every day, and sometimes an hour and a half, or more than that, and changes my whole day. You know what I mean? and everybody needs that person to talk to. And I truly believe that all of us out there need to be there for each other in that way. So, but anyway, I'm getting off track. I basically want to come on here and give a shout out to all the trainers that helped me become who I am and helped me with my driving skills. And I've got many more to learn, many more. I've been lucky to not hit anything yet other than an animal. That's the stupid ones that run out, but, you know, in like a zillion bugs or something like that. But I mean, you know, and that's because I had good trainers who had lots of years of experience, and they had a lot of patience, because if you're with me in any kind of way, you will require patience. Patience is a virtue I am struggling with. Like right now, I mean, I'm like, I need to get out of this truck and go walk around this parking lot. I'm at the UPS hub in Irving, Texas right now. I'm just kind of sitting here, getting a empty for in the morning, heading to Kansas, so it should be a pretty good day. But it just feels good to be able to get some of this off of my chest and reach out to some of you guys that may need to hear some stuff. But and you need to know that the majority of my videos are going to be spiritually centered. I believe that a personal relationship, your personal relationship with Christ, and if you don't have one and you have questions about Christ or anything related to salvation or Jesus or your soul, you are welcome to reach out to me, because I would love to share some information with you. And I'm not trying to be on here to preach to you guys, but I'm telling you that nothing in your life you'll never be happy until your soul is right with your Creator, and that's who you were meant to be with. It's who you were meant to worship and have a relationship with. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not, having a life like that is not easy. It doesn't mean that your life is going to be easy. It means it's going to probably be a lot more challenging, because you have a purpose and you have a calling. So anyway, I wanted to share that, but I just want you to know that that's going to be part of it, and I will always have some sort of motivation for you, and I will always be reaching out to specific people on these videos, and of course my experiences. The next couple of videos I'm going to do, I want to talk about some more technical stuff, like this truck that I'm driving is a 2019 Mack Anthem 64T, double bunk, pretty cool truck, 505 horsepower. I'm going to share some more stuff and show you some pictures and some really cool stuff. So I will probably do that once I get to rest a little bit tomorrow and I have some more daytime. I got a night run tomorrow night, so probably at the Kansas terminal I'll do some of that and give you some stuff that's really interesting, and show you some of that stuff. Most of you have seen the truck, but I will give you more pictures and some more information on the truck. If you've ever considered trucking or a change in your career, or if you have an opportunity to get that CDL, I highly suggest it. There's a lot of places you can apply to get scholarships and get grants that will help you with it, because it can be expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for mine, but it was very little, because I was able to get a scholarship in 2017. And so most schools will work with you. Most will do weekends or a custom schedule, but I'm telling you, it's really cool. I mean, you can go to the DMV, you can get the study guide, and you can go ahead and take your test for your general knowledge and get your learner's permit. And once you get your learner's permit, then you want to attend school and you want to learn, you know, your basics for your testing, your backing skills. Every state's different. Virginia requires straight backs, offset, and parallel, and a road test, and, you know, obviously a pre-trip. So, but it's not that bad. And if you have a CDL in your pocket, like I said, you will never be without a job. And I think that would be really cool for anyone to have. There's so many things you can do. But we'll talk more about that later. And I'm going to sign out for now. I got a couple things I got to do, but I wanted to reach out to you guys, and I love all of you all. And I hope to be able to check in with you guys tomorrow. This is the Road Lion checking in, and it is March, 18th at 8:45 Central Standard Time. And I wish you all a very blessed night. God bless you all.